This has to be some sort of joke, fam. Can't believe what I've just watched for 100+ minutes. Yes, people, you know the face, you know the name. Aaron here, back again with another video. I wasn't planning on doing a match reaction, but I'm just gonna try and put it all in one video and call it whatever I call it. Yeah. Manchester United 3, Chelsea 4. The most chaotic game I've ever watched in my life. If chaos was to be defined in one game, this would probably be the game. I just want to read out some stuff that I saw earlier today, actually about half an hour ago. And it ties perfectly into the mentality of the team, the mentality of the players, and the, how do I even call this? The ability of this manager to constantly show us that he's inept to manage in this league. I've told you guys before that we're the worst coach team in the Premier League. And on top of that, we are the worst looking team stylistically, and we have the worst mentality because, I mean, how can you not call it that? Do you know what I mean? After what we've seen today. On the manager, I think I've said everything I've had to say in recent times. It's been way over, well, not way, but, you know, it's been close to 2 years now, 2 seasons. We're still not able to identify how it is Manchester United play. As much as I'm not a big fan of systems ruling nowadays, as much as I'm not a fan of systems ruling football nowadays, I understand that this is the way forward. If you want to be successful in football, you have to have a set style of play and you have to abide by the rules of your style. I don't know what rules we are abiding by. I don't know what style we're trying to follow. I don't know what style we're trying to play. It's a mixture of playing long balls forward to the quick players. It's a mixture of hoofing long balls forward to the fast players, to the pacey players. And it's a mixture of us somehow playing a higher line or something. I don't know. It's just a weird one. So in terms of that, the manager, yeah, I think it's time. Ten Hag, you've had your time, man. 18 months, you've had way more than enough time to implement your style of play. And I'm not hearing the injuries. I'm not trying to use that as an excuse, and I won't use that as an excuse, because if other teams can have injuries and still play the way they want to play, then so can we. Why should it be different for any of us? Then obviously there's the whole discourse with falling out with this player and that player and this player and that player. You're falling out with everybody in hopes that everyone's going to follow you somehow, and it's all in the name of discipline. So yeah, I think Ineos has made their mind up. Sir Jim Ratcliffe was in the stadium. The camera panned to him when it was 3-2 to us, ironically. And in a matter of minutes, we gave it away. Just like we did in the other games I'm about to name. We conceded 2 in 4 minutes against Bayern. We conceded 2 in a minute and 2 in 4 minutes against Copenhagen. We conceded 2 in 5 minutes against Wolves. We conceded 2 in 2 minutes against Liverpool. We conceded 2 in 2 minutes versus Chelsea today. If that doesn't tell you where the mentality is, or if that doesn't tell you what kind of mentality the players have, then I don't know. I've said this a million times actually. What have these players done to warrant the fans blindly support them? What have these players achieved to warrant the fans blindly backing these players? They haven't done anything significantly. They haven't done anything significant. There's nothing significant that I can name and that you can possibly name that warrants the fans blindly backing these players and almost begging some of them not to be sold. Don't beg. It's disgusting. Nothing these players have done of recent. Nothing. And I'm not counting the Carabao Cup. I'm not doing that. So, as far as I'm concerned, a lot of these guys can go. As far as I'm concerned, a lot of these guys can get sold. Like I said, they have done nothing that warrants me blindly supporting them and going, I don't want this guy to be sold. Nah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. You got people out here coming up with interviews telling fans, and I'm excluding myself because I don't want to say I'm a die-hard United fan. I'm a United fan, yes, but I'm not like a ultra or something. So I exclude myself from that, and I try to think about and put myself I try to put myself in the shoes of others. You know, the ones that go to the games every weekend, the ones that spend their money to travel to go to away games. Certain players think they can permit themselves to release statements and interviews and videos telling the fans they should not question their commitment. Meanwhile, they come onto the pitch like today and they have 20-minute cameos where they just jog around. Being on big dough, by the way. Being on big money. Being on big money. But you're not allowed to criticize them, because if you do that, you're being negative. And if you do that, set players' brothers are coming out talking about we shouldn't be talking. It's a sad state, man. It's a very sad state that we can't even criticize players' performances anymore. Because if we do, got people's brothers coming out and defending them. Telling us we shouldn't be talking. Telling pundits they shouldn't be talking. There's always an excuse, always. It's like we have to be positive all the time. No, when you do well, you will get praised. When you don't do well, you'll get criticized. So it's very sad. It's very sad. Like, I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised at the same time. Like, I did say that this was going to be a chaotic game. I didn't expect it to be that chaotic, but yeah, man. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, people. One thing I did want to highlight is this myth. And I wanted to kill this myth. I want to kill this myth. The one that says Hojlund is not getting any service. I mean, how many times have I heard this season? Must be about 50 times. I've heard this all season long. He's not getting service. That's why he's not playing well. That's why he's not getting... Meanwhile, I've seen Anthony on the left-hand side absolutely work his socks off today. He was one of our better players today. Work his socks off to try and get in behind defenders. Round the outside, by the way, because we always criticized him for coming inside, no diddy, for coming inside and try and shoot and try and pass. This time, you saw a bit of both. Came in the inside, played a pass or tried to go for the shot, but went round the outside as well. Where was Hojlund then? If you want to talk about service. Today, I saw two strikers who weren't getting any service, but I only saw one striker get busy, and I only saw one striker try to make the most of the situation that he's in. He was dropping deep, linking play, making space for his teammates, creating space for his teammates. For God's sake, this guy, he was doing up sombreros against Maguire. Jackson did the most of the situation he was in. He said, I'm not getting any service. Cool, let me try and work. Do you know what I mean? Let me try and work. Let me make myself useful. Play the ball into me, you know it's going to stick. Play the ball into me, you know I can hold it up. I didn't see that with Hojlund. But hey, he's not getting any service. As if in 2024, a striker should only score goals based on getting service. That's the only way Hojlund can score, according to you guys. It's by getting service. If he doesn't get served, he can't score. He can't do anything now. What year are we in, guys? What year are you guys stuck in? This is 2024. You got to work, man. If it doesn't go your way, you ain't getting any service. Work to get that service, bro. Demand the ball. You're a striker. You're 6'3". You're meant to be this strong, fast, pacey guy. But you're not commanding to get the ball. Get out of it, man. Anyway, that's not the route I want to go down. I'm trying to keep it cool, calm, and collected here. So yeah, I just wanted to dead this myth quickly. Do you know what I mean? Because I think it's getting annoying. Do you know what I mean? It's not service this and service that. And so Dominic Solanke's not getting any service, and he scored, 15 goals in the Premier League, if I'm not wrong, 14? It's more than 10. But here we have a striker who can only score if he gets service. If he doesn't get service, that's it. He's not doing anything else. Listen, it's just a complete shambles, man. It's a circus this season, right? Just write it off, man. Honestly, just write it off. Yeah, man. I think this will be the end of the manager. I can see Ineos. I can see Ineos pulling the plug earlier than expected, because this is not sustainable. And we've got Liverpool next on Sunday. Jesus Christ. Lord knows what's going to happen then. But anyway, people, like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. And I will see you soon. Peace. This is a joke, man. It's an absolute joke. We're wasting our time.